Hello and welcome to my tutorial today. I'm going to teach you how to use the scallop eyelet punch. This is the new punch that just came out in the latest catalog. And I'm going to teach you how to use the Cropadile here, there we go, which is an awesome tool for both dry embossing as well as setting eyelets and various embellishments. So I'm going to show you how to use both these things today. And I'm not going to show you what the card is until the very end because I want to tease you a little bit. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to use this scallop eyelet punch. You're going to start by sliding your paper in nice and even, and then make sure it's hitting all the way along the back so that it's nice and firm against that edge. You're going to slide it along until you see the edge go against the edge of the punch inside here, and then just go ahead and punch it out. And then move it along until you see that edge run into the edge again. So the two edges run into each other, punch. And then one more on the very end. And if you're really clever, you can measure this out so that you end up with a full eyelet on the very end. So when you're done, you get this really super cute pattern. So that's how we're going to do that part. So I did that already with this card here, as you can see. And this was just basically an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock that's cut in half the long ways. And then I just trimmed off the edge of one like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is use a nice strip of this. This is the paper, the designer series paper that's in the Celebration Mini. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. And with a little bit of Tombow, just a snick, I'm going to adhere that against the edge so that I get a bit of a peekaboo effect through the scallop holes, the eyelet holes. So you can see that gives me that effect. And now I'm going to show you something that I use all the time. I use this Dotto every single time I'm designing a card, or if I need to place something that isn't going to stick forever. It's a temporary adhesive, which is quite literally a temporary adhesive. When you're done with it, if you, for instance, just put it across your card, when you're done, you can just rub it right back off and then off it goes. So you can see it's all gone. So that's a huge advantage when you're putting cards together, but it also has the staying power that if I want to place things out and want to kind of maneuver things around, it will stay where I want it to. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that onto my first piece of designer paper. Pop that onto there. And the reason I'm doing this is because I actually want to see exactly where my card's going to go, because I'm going to be placing an element on it that needs to only go through the top layer. So I'm going to go ahead and place what's going to become the rest of my card right now on top, even though I'm not done yet. So this is kind of tricky, but I'm going to show you my tricks today. And then I'm going to carefully peel up that piece that I just put down with that Dotto. And now I'm going to pull out my Cropadile. On the sides here, you're going to see that there are two punches. There is a 3/16 inch punch for your larger holes, and on the other side is a 1/8 inch punch. So that's kind of cool. You get two punches inside of it. On the top right here is an eyelet setter, which can also be used to dry emboss as well, which we're going to do both today. I usually use A1 to set my large eyelets, and I haven't ever really found good documentation saying what's better, but that seems to work for me. So anyway, you're going to take your piece of paper that you have, and you're going to use the 3/16 or the large punch, and you're going to go in here, and you're just going to see if you can see that. Just punch a nice little hole. And this punches through just about everything. In fact, I have a piece of chipboard here. I'm just going to show you how smoothly and easily it punches through that. It punches through paint cans, tin, you name it. Like 12 sheets of cardstock. This thing is worth it. It's like hard steel, and so you can see it's really, really good quality. And it's got these huge springs. Everybody thinks it looks like a dentist tool. I kind of agree. So don't have any nightmares about that tonight. Now I'm going to take the pokey part here, and I'm going to actually spin it to the letter B, which is actually what you'd think would be a blank space, but it's actually a setter for non-eyelets, which is what I'm about to use. This is the one of the new eyelets, the Hooray one. And I'm going to, because you can notice there's no hole in the top, I'm going to use that flat part so it doesn't dent it when I put it in. And I'm just going to pop it into the hole just where I want it, flip it upside down, and then I'm going to take the back setting and just go ahead and squeeze that, which will give me my finished project there. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over and then I'm going to now actually before I do that, I'm going to put one more piece of designer paper onto my card because now I am ready for it to be finished. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that here. Just like that. And if you do get extra Tombow that comes out, then you can just go ahead and use your adhesive remover and it comes off really nicely with that. And then I am going to cover the rest up with some Tombow. That was probably way more than I needed, but you know, I guess I'm feeling lucky with it right now. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and adhere that down as well. So, now I'm just gonna sneak one more piece of, I missed one piece of paper, so let's see if we can sneak this under here. Hopefully we can. All right, let's see if we can get that guy under there. There we go. I would recommend putting that down first usually. So far I have this, and now I'm just gonna put one final element on, and that's this little piece of more designer series paper that actually had kind of a neat element on it that I wanted to focus on. And so, oh, before I do that though, let me show you one other thing. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's actually dry embossed circles that go across here. I'm gonna show you real quick how I did those. If you take your piece of cardstock and now you're gonna go to your Cropadile again, and on that flat piece that we'd moved to B, we're gonna move it back to A, which is the that pokey part there. And with the pokey part facing the top of the card, you're just gonna go ahead and I'll show you quickly what I did. Just lightly punch across the bottom. And you can do a whole bunch of these just for an example. You can see that we have a nice raised image there. So that's how I did that. And I just used, before I did that on my regular one, I just used a nice little, the paper mat pack, and then just put my pencil in every couple of holes so that I knew where to go on my guide. So that's how you do that. And then last but not least, you're gonna put a little bit of Tombow on the back. Pop that puppy on the front. And that is your finished card. Hopefully that was nice and interesting for you guys. And if you have any questions, go ahead and email me and I will talk to you all again in a week or so. Bye.